Okay, the last thing in this problem is to find the perimeter of that region R. So we need to add up all the distances around. So really there's three pieces we need to add up. We need to find the length of this piece right here, the red piece. Then we're going to also need to find the length of this piece, the blue piece. And then we also need to find this length, right? So I have three sides of that region to add up to find the entire perimeter, okay? For the red and the blue pieces, we are going to need to use the arc length formula because it's not a straight line, it's a curve. So remember the formula for arc length is the square root of 1 plus the derivative squared. Okay, so this, we're going to be using our calculator here. So really you do not need to calculate the derivative by hand. So what you should have from all the previous problems is hopefully you in y1 you should have the square root of x. In y2 you have e to the negative 3x, and everything's going to build off of that. So I know I need the derivatives. Now you can take these derivatives by hand, but remember we can have the calculator do these. So what I'm going to do is on your calculator screen in y3, have the calculator come up with the derivative of whatever is in y1. And then in y4, have the calculator come up with the derivative of e to the negative 3x. So anytime you reference y3 and y4, it will have these derivative equations stored. So to find the perimeter of the red piece, remember my bounds are still going to be the same. It's going to go from a to 1, right? Here's a, here's 1. The formula for arc length is square root of 1 plus the derivative. So where do I have the derivative square root of x? It's in y3. So y3 squared dx. That will give me the arc length of the red piece. Next, I need the arc length of the blue piece. Bounds are the same. You're still going from a to 1. Same formula. 1 plus the derivative of e to the negative 3x I have in y4. So 1 plus the derivative squared dx. And the last thing that you're going to need is the length of that straight vertical line. That's the green piece up here. That you can find numerically because if you look at the graph, I know this is exactly x equals 1. So I just need to find the distance from the top, the red graph, to the blue graph down at the bottom. I know at x equals 1, this value is exactly 1. Here at x equals 1, this is exactly e to the negative 3. And e to the negative 3 is a pretty small number if you type it into your calculator. So to find this vertical distance, you would do 1 minus e to the negative 3, which will give you like 0.9502 something. So I'm going to just write it like this. So this is what you're adding up to find the perimeter of all those three pieces. Add it together. If you round it correctly to 3 decimals, you should get 2.780.